Happy New Year! It's 2021!
Talks with Timmy.
Hi guys, and welcome back for another video with Talks with Timmy! Yay! So I've been thinking a lot about how I really want to do this video for 2021. It's the turn of the decade. Not very many chances that we get to talk about the changing of the decade. We are now entering the 20s. Yay! Adulthood. 2020 has been one of the most painful, challenging, and years ever. Oh my goodness. I am such a deeply reflective person when it comes to the end of stuff. I know a lot of people would love to just celebrate, party, and go, woo! This is a new year, let's forget about the year 2020, but it's all behind us. But for me, it's quite difficult. I'm not someone who easily forgets things, and I think for a lot of people as well, 2020 is gonna be a year they will never ever forget. But yeah, I'm kind of stuck on words for this one, because this past year has been an absolute I don't even know what to say. Just to recap for the year. We've had the coronavirus pandemic. We've had a lot of misinformation about coronavirus pandemic. We had a year of toilet rolls going missing. And we've had a year of mask shortages. It's not true. We've now got plenty of masks and plenty of toilet paper to go around for everybody. Many people have had a tough 2020, not me included, but yeah, my heart goes out to all those people who've perhaps lost loved ones due to the coronavirus pandemic. We've had a lot of conspiracies and a lot of social issues being brought up in the last 365 days. Essentially, we've had the Black Lives Matter movement where it was sparked by the death of George Floyd. We've had a year of natural disasters as well. I think from 2019 going into 2020, Australia, where I am from, had the biggest bushfire, or one of the most deadliest bushfires that you can ever have. We've got many people fighting for gender equality in most countries around the world. We are also having transgender and LGBTQ communities fighting for a lot of their rights in other parts of the world. Some countries are further ahead than others. Some other countries are a little bit behind. And some other countries, I think, have just decided to take their time on the issues and are working things out as best they can. That's just from what I'm observing. I'm not saying that's completely true, but we can always stay optimistic for this upcoming year. Now, I haven't spoken about any of these issues in any of my videos apart from coronavirus in 2020. I've done a part 1 where I've spoke about coronavirus and gave people a bit of an update as to what we knew at the time, or what was going on based on some of the news articles that I've been reading and so on. And then I did a part 2 where I spoke about Japan's response at the very beginning of the whole pandemic. Having been situated in Japan, obviously that affected me and affected other people living here as well. So it kind of helped people have a bit of a better idea of what kind of decisions were being made, what kind of thoughts were going around, what the media was telling people at the time. Now the coronavirus obviously impacted on what we could do for that particular year as a channel, because my initial plan for 2020 was to actually travel Japan. It was going to be a year of traveling. That was going to be the theme. That was the theme for the year. And then coronavirus came, and after our spring vacation, where we went to Kyoto, Nara, and the Umeda Sky Building in Osaka. When we got back to where I'm staying in Matsumoto, I was not allowed to leave the prefecture, Nagano Ken. So because I couldn't leave Nagano prefecture, we had to get a little bit creative, but we were still very limited to what we could do and what was available to us, and what I could do with the tools I had. So in the summer vacation, we traveled locally. We went to the Azumino Daio Wasabi Farm, and we also went to the Azumino Summer Illumination at the Alps Park. Those were very great experiences for me. I had a lot of fun. I really enjoyed myself on those trips. But now that we've entered winter here in Japan, it's been quite difficult. Number one, because I broke my phone. I broke my camera. If you can see this little image here. What had happened was I rode my bike and RIP my poor phone. So, that's how it went down. So now I'm actually just recording videos on my iPad, and because it's so bulky and clunky, it's very difficult to film a lot of things. For example, I just went on a ski trip the other day with a few friends. I thought I could maybe record some videos on the ski slopes, but then I realized just how dangerous it was for me and my friends to be holding a smartphone while you're on skis or a snowboard and trying to record someone going down a hill in snow on skis without just don't do that. It's absolutely dangerous.
Unless you are really skilled, please do not record on your phone while going down a ski slope.
So we're going to try and invest in, or at least get our hands on, a GoPro or something that doesn't require us to use our hands or anything, and we can just put the camera on our head so we can do sports shots like that for skiing. But that's for another time. For now, I want to now give you guys a look into what 2021 is going to look like for our channel, for our videos that we will be making over the next few days. Hopefully, I'm going to give you guys a bit of a reflection of videos I've taken in 2020, including some of my travels to Kyoto, Osaka, Nara, Azumino, and it's very few videos that I took last year, so it'll be quite easy to compile. I'm actually thinking about a reaction video to those times and kind of exploring some of my favorite experiences and memories from those trips. The next couple of videos I want to start taking a look into is perhaps some opinion videos, I guess. I mean, the channel is called Talks with Timmy, and given the current situation with coronavirus, we can't really do any traveling per se because it's very dangerous. Although we do have a vaccine that's on its way, still traveling is going to be a very difficult thing to do because of quarantine, and not all countries are going to have this vaccine available at the time. We will probably just work on doing a little bit of talking, explore a couple issues, and perhaps generate some discussion around some of the more sensitive things as well. Now, I'm a completely open-minded person, so this is going to be absolutely great. It's going to be interesting to see what opinions other people have on some subjects that are very close to me, close to my heart, that I deeply care about, and I'm sure some other people would be very interested to see what's going on and what other people have to contribute. Most of it will probably be related to social issues that are current in this day and age. And I think 2021 is definitely going to be a great time for discussion. Another thing we might add to our channel is a playlist for languages. I've been getting a lot of interest from people who would like to see a few lessons of different languages on the channel. Now, we've actually got a lot of interest, or I have anyway, from my little community that I hang out with, who want to see some lessons related to learning languages. A long story short, I work at a few different schools teaching English as an ALT. I don't think I mentioned that before, but anyway, I'm not going to give you too many details on it, but as part of our job in the last 6 months, we've had to make a couple videos to incorporate into our lessons. So I've made a couple videos that I've shared with my friends and small community around me, and it's been a really big hit. So I'm quite surprised at how well it's taken off. So I might actually start incorporating that into our channel. I've always wanted to do a language playlist. However, I never really thought about how we're going to incorporate it until recently. So it's been it's been a really good, I guess, what do you call it? The mechanics have just come together now. That doesn't sound right. No, all the pieces and jigsaw puzzles have just come together now, and so now I have an idea on how we're going to do that. So yeah, but because it's been a big hit, I'm really keen on getting this playlist up and running to help people with a couple different languages. In the beginning, I was quite reluctant about an English playlist, mainly because I had to teach English every single day at school here in Japan, and so it hasn't been really one of my most passionate ideas. But given that it's been such a big hit with the little videos that I did make, it's given me a little bit of a better outlook on what we can do with some of our videos. We may even feature some friends who can speak multiple languages as well. I have appeared on, or will be appearing on some other friends' channels, YouTube channels, who are very interested as well into looking at the different nuances of languages between their culture and other people's cultures. It's gonna be, it's fairly interesting. So if you are interested in languages and learning a language yourself and learning about the different cultural backgrounds and nuances of language, please make sure that you do stay tuned for that playlist that's going to come out this year. So anyway, that's a bit of an outlook on what 2021 is going to look like. I hope you guys are going to stay around and stick around this year. I just want to thank you all for the support over the last 2 years, or ever since the channel's been have. I give you all the appreciation and gratitude for all the supports that this channel has had ever since we've started it. We are now actually building quite a big library of videos. That for me personally, it's going to just grow even more. We've broken the 30 video mark, which is quite an achievement for myself. But yeah, many more videos to come, many more pieces of content, much more education, a lot of different things that we can dream about, explore and observe. Just many things to do. So without further ado, I hope you guys have a great 2021. We've got heaps of things coming your way. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, put your notifications on, and we'll see you guys over the course of the year. Take care, have a good night, have a good rest, wherever you are.